Hello, Star Wars enthusiasts. Today, we're here to delve into one of the most exciting chapters in the galaxy, New Jedi Order. This film opens the doors to an adventure where we'll explore Rey's efforts to build the Jedi Order and why this new order might differ from the prequel trilogy. Let's embark on a detailed exploration. There are plenty of fascinating details about this Jedi Order that Rey is set to shape. In the post-war and post-First Order era, the galaxy is once again in turmoil, and Rey, armed with ancient Jedi texts, is attempting to rebuild the Jedi Order. In this process, there's an exciting journey ahead of us and intriguing questions about the evolution of the Jedi world. Before diving into the specifics, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, I would be very happy if you take 1 second to subscribe to the channel and like the video without being selfish. In understanding the intricacies of Rey's quest to rebuild the Jedi Order, we must spotlight the pivotal role played by the ancient Jedi texts. As Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy has hinted, these texts are not mere relics. They are the bedrock upon which Rey endeavors to shape the future of the Jedi. Post-war and post-First Order, the galaxy finds itself in a state of disarray. The Jedi, once beacons of peace, are now scattered, and the ancient texts become the guiding light for Rey's ambitious undertaking. Kathleen Kennedy's insights into the plot reveal that these texts hold critical importance, serving as the foundation for the reconstruction of the Jedi Order. What lies within these ancient pages? What knowledge, wisdom, and perhaps untold stories are waiting to be uncovered? The ancient texts act not only as a source of historical insight but as a reservoir of teachings that Rey hopes will guide the new generation of Jedi. It is through these texts that the fabric of the Jedi philosophy, practices, and traditions is woven, shaping a narrative that seeks to learn from the past while forging a distinct path forward. The symbolic weight of these texts, coupled with Rey's commitment to honoring Luke's legacy, adds a layer of depth to the narrative. The texts are not just artifacts, they are the keys to unlocking the potential for change within the Jedi Order. Rey's journey is, in essence, a journey through the pages of history, where the past meets the present to lay the groundwork for a future that is, perhaps, more enlightened, resilient, and responsive to the needs of a galaxy scarred by conflict. As we anticipate the unfolding of Rey's narrative and the profound impact these ancient texts will have on the trajectory of the Jedi Order, we find ourselves on the brink of a storytelling experience that goes beyond the surface, delving into the very essence of what it means to be a Jedi in a time of rebirth. The potential thematic link between Rey's New Jedi Order and James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi opens up a captivating dimension in the Star Wars universe. While details on this connection remain speculative, exploring the possibilities provides an exciting lens through which we can view the evolution of the Jedi Order. Dawn of the Jedi is a project that has intrigued fans with its exploration of the early days of the Jedi, a time when the Force was still a mysterious entity to be understood and harnessed. If the thematic link holds true, it suggests that Rey's journey to rebuild the Jedi Order is intricately tied to the origins and fundamental principles of the Jedi. The concept of dawn symbolizes a new beginning, and the Jedi's dawn implies a return to the roots, a rediscovery of their essence. As Rey grapples with the challenge of rebuilding the Jedi Order, she may draw inspiration from the very foundation of the Jedi philosophy, echoing the sentiments and struggles faced by the earliest Jedi in Dawn of the Jedi. This potential connection adds a layer of continuity to the Star Wars narrative, bridging the gap between the ancient history of the Jedi and the contemporary challenges faced by Rey. It invites viewers to reflect not only on the current state of the Jedi but on the timeless aspects of their legacy. As we await the unveiling of the intricacies within this connection, the anticipation for New Jedi Order intensifies. Will Rey's journey echo the themes of discovery, struggle, and enlightenment seen in the early days of the Jedi? The potential intersection of these two narratives promises a rich storytelling experience that intertwines the threads of the past with the present, enriching the Star Wars tapestry with a narrative depth that spans across the ages. Rey's unique position in the Star Wars narrative extends beyond her role as a protagonist. It encompasses the wealth of knowledge she possesses, particularly knowledge that predates the prequel era. In The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker's harsh critique of the Jedi Order as one of failure, hypocrisy, and hubris resonates deeply. As Rey inherits this perspective, her journey takes on an added layer of complexity. Luke's assertion that the Jedi's legacy is one of failure is not merely a condemnation. It is a reflection on the systemic flaws that plagued the Jedi Order during the prequels. The Jedi's rigidity, their failure to adapt, and the consequences of their decisions led to catastrophic outcomes. The most poignant example being their blindness to the rise of Emperor Palpatine and their involvement in the Clone Wars, which ultimately paved the way for the dark side's ascendance. Rey, armed with knowledge that predates the prequel era, stands at a unique crossroads. She has the opportunity to not only acknowledge the mistakes of the Jedi Order but to actively avoid repeating them. This isn't just a narrative choice. It's a profound exploration of the cyclical nature of history and the potential for genuine growth. The ban on attachments, a core tenet of the Jedi Code, proved to be a significant contributor to Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side. The Jedi's failure to address the emotional needs of their members, the rigid adherence to their doctrine, and their military involvement all contributed to the erosion of their principles. Rey, possessing knowledge that predates the prequels, has a unique advantage. She can critically examine the Jedi's historical missteps and potentially challenge the very foundations upon which their doctrine was built. The ancient texts she has discovered hold not just the history of the Jedi but the potential for a reinterpretation of their principles. Moreover, Rey's journey mirrors a broader theme in Star Wars: the reevaluation and redefinition of established norms. As she navigates the complexities of her role in rebuilding the Jedi Order, there's a tantalizing prospect of the Jedi evolving beyond their historical limitations. Rey's journey isn't just a personal one. It's a transformative exploration of the Jedi's place in the galaxy and the potential for a more nuanced, adaptable, and enlightened order. The prospect of her actively learning from history, rather than being bound by it, adds a layer of depth to the narrative and opens up exciting possibilities for the future of the Jedi in the Star Wars universe. The Jedi texts discovered by Rey, ancient and laden with the wisdom of generations past, become more than mere relics. They emerge as conduits to profound teachings that have the potential to reshape the very fabric of the Jedi Order. As Rey pores over these texts, the narrative takes a transformative turn, offering a glimpse into a galaxy where the lessons of the past hold the key to a brighter future. The mystery surrounding the contents of these texts deepens the intrigue. What forgotten knowledge do they contain? What insights into the Force, the Jedi Code, and the very essence of the light side await discovery? Kathleen Kennedy's hint that Rey's attempt to rebuild the Jedi Order is anchored in these texts suggests that they hold not only historical accounts but practical teachings that will guide Rey in her noble pursuit. In The Rise of Skywalker, the junior novelization has already begun the work of re-evaluating established Sith lore through Rey's eyes. The revelation that the Sith rule of two wasn't as rigid as the Jedi believed raises profound questions about the accuracy of the Jedi's interpretations. This revelation hints at the potential for the Jedi Order's doctrines to be similarly reassessed. Rey's journey into the Jedi texts provides a fascinating opportunity for the Star Wars narrative to explore the malleability of knowledge and the evolution of ideology. If the Jedi Order's understanding of the Sith was flawed, what other aspects of their teachings might have been misinterpreted? The Jedi texts become not only a source of historical reference but a catalyst for re-evaluating and, potentially, rewriting the Jedi Code. Rey's discoveries echo the broader theme of the Star Wars saga: the idea that knowledge, when wielded wisely, can be a force for positive change. As Rey peels back the layers of these ancient texts, she becomes an active participant in reshaping the narrative of the Jedi. The potential revisions to Jedi policies and doctrines add a dynamic element to the story, suggesting that the Jedi Order, under Rey's guidance, may emerge as a more enlightened and adaptable force in the galaxy. The journey into the Jedi texts is not just an exploration of forgotten lore. It's a narrative device that allows Star Wars to examine the very nature of knowledge, its transformative power, and the responsibility that comes with wielding it. As Rey uncovers the teachings within, the Jedi Order stands on the precipice of a potential renaissance, where the mistakes of the past can be acknowledged, and the future shaped by a more enlightened understanding of the Force and its mysteries. Rey's journey into the depths of Jedi history, coupled with her access to ancient texts, presents a unique opportunity for the Star Wars narrative to confront the mistakes of the past and explore the potential for genuine growth and transformation within the Jedi Order. As Luke Skywalker's scathing assessment of the Jedi's legacy echoes in Rey's consciousness, the weight of historical failures becomes a central theme. The prequel trilogy portrayed a Jedi Order marked by rigidity, political entanglements, and a failure to adapt to the changing tides of the galaxy. These systemic flaws not only contributed to the rise of the Sith but also played a significant role in Anakin Skywalker's descent into darkness. Rey, armed with the knowledge of these failures, stands at a crossroads. The very texts she pores over contain the echoes of past missteps, providing her with a roadmap to navigate the treacherous terrain of rebuilding the Jedi Order. Her unique position allows for a critical examination of the Jedi's historical shortcomings and a genuine chance to learn from them. The ban on attachments, a doctrine deeply embedded in Jedi teachings, proved to be a contributing factor to the downfall of Anakin Skywalker. The rigidity of this rule denied him the emotional support he needed during times of crisis, ultimately pushing him towards the dark side. Rey's awareness of this pitfall grants her the chance to reassess the Jedi approach to emotional attachments and, perhaps, foster a more compassionate and understanding order. Moreover, Rey's confrontation with the Sith rule of two reveals the potential for misinterpretations within the Jedi teachings. If the Jedi could be mistaken about fundamental Sith doctrines, what other aspects of their own philosophy might have been misunderstood? Rey's journey to rectify these potential misinterpretations provides a dynamic narrative thread, showcasing her as not just a protagonist but a catalyst for change within the Jedi Order. The theme of learning from mistakes is not just a personal journey for Rey. It's a broader exploration of the cyclical nature of history and the potential for breaking free from its patterns. The Jedi, as an institution, has the chance to evolve beyond its historical limitations, creating a space for growth, adaptation, and a redefined understanding of what it means to be a Jedi in a galaxy that is ever-changing. Rey's role as a conduit for change, armed with the lessons of the past, adds a layer of depth to the Star Wars narrative. It transforms her journey from a mere rebuilding effort to a profound exploration of redemption, enlightenment, and the resilience of hope in the face of historical failures. The opportunity to learn from mistakes becomes a beacon guiding Rey and the Jedi Order towards a future that transcends the shadows of the past. Rey's endeavor to rebuild the Jedi Order is not a mere restoration. It symbolizes a transformative journey that holds the potential for the evolution of the very essence of what it means to be a Jedi. As we contemplate the evolution of the Jedi Order in the wake of Rey's leadership, we find ourselves at the nexus of tradition and innovation, legacy and reinvention. The Jedi Order, throughout its long history, has experienced peaks and valleys, moments of triumph and instances of tragic failure. The prequel trilogy showcased a Jedi Order steeped in tradition, bound by dogma, and ultimately unable to navigate the political turmoil that engulfed the galaxy. The consequences were dire, leading to the rise of the Sith and the fall of Anakin Skywalker. Rey, armed with ancient texts and an awareness of historical missteps, stands as a harbinger of change. The narrative potential for the evolution of the Jedi Order lies not just in the restoration of its former glory but in the deliberate examination and revision of its fundamental tenets. The rigidity that defined the Jedi Code may give way to a more flexible, nuanced approach that acknowledges the complexities of the Force and the galaxy it inhabits. The evolution of the Jedi Order isn't just a reaction to past failures. It's an intentional re-evaluation of their role in the galaxy. The texts Rey discovers may serve as a catalyst for redefining the Jedi's relationship with power, politics, and the intricate dance between the light and dark sides of the Force. This evolution also extends to the Jedi's stance on emotional attachments. The historical reluctance to form personal connections, exemplified by the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker, could undergo a profound re-examination. Rey's understanding of the importance of emotional bonds and the potential for them to strengthen rather than weaken a Jedi may pave the way for a more compassionate order. The very fabric of the Jedi's identity as peacekeepers and guardians may undergo a metamorphosis. The Jedi, under Rey's guidance, may find themselves not only preserving peace but actively engaging with the galaxy to address systemic issues. The evolving Jedi Order may transcend its traditional role, becoming a force for positive change in a galaxy still grappling with the aftermath of war. As we anticipate the evolution of the Jedi Order, Rey's journey becomes a microcosm of a larger transformation. It is not just about rebuilding what was lost. It's about forging a new path that acknowledges the mistakes of the past, embraces the wisdom of history, and propels the Jedi into an era of adaptability, enlightenment, and resilience. The evolution of the Jedi Order, guided by Rey's leadership, becomes a symbol of hope, a beacon in the ever-changing cosmos of Star Wars. As we near the conclusion of this exploration into Rey's journey and the potential evolution of the Jedi Order, let's reflect on the profound implications that this narrative holds for the Star Wars saga. Rey's quest to rebuild the Jedi Order is not just a story. It's a canvas upon which the very identity of the Jedi is being redefined. The layers of complexity woven into the narrative, the examination of historical mistakes, the rediscovery of ancient teachings, the potential for transformative evolution, point towards a Star Wars future that is both reflective and forward-thinking. This journey isn't just Rey's, it's ours as viewers, fans, and enthusiasts of this galaxy far, far away. The Star Wars universe has always invited us to contemplate deeper meanings, question established norms, and dream of a future where hope triumphs over darkness. Rey's role in this narrative exemplifies that invitation, urging us to consider the possibilities that lie ahead. Before we conclude, a heartfelt thank you to each of you for joining in on this exploration. Your engagement, thoughts, and perspectives are invaluable to the richness of the Star Wars community. As we eagerly await the unfolding of Rey's story and the new Jedi Order, remember that the conversation doesn't end here. I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you envision the evolution of the Jedi Order under Rey's guidance? What elements of the narrative resonate with you the most? Let's transform this video into a starting point for a broader discussion, a celebration of the diverse perspectives that make the Star Wars community so vibrant. Thank you once again for being a part of this journey. May the Force be with you, always, and until the next video. Whether it's here or in a galaxy far, far away. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.